Valley's chief meteorologist.
Parents all across the Tennessee Valley are beginning to make their plans for having the kids head back to school. And whether you plan to send your children back into the classroom or you're choosing an option, a virtual option, having an eye exam perhaps is more important this year than ever before. So we're so happy to have Cindy Henderson join us from Eyear Optical, sporting her good-looking glasses. Good to see you this morning.
Thank you. Good morning.
So it is true, so many parents have getting that yearly eye exam on their routine list of things to do before the kids head back. But are you seeing an uptick at your stores for parents who realize that that screen time that a lot of them might be exposed to more this year poses a different kind of issue, if you will, or concern?
It really does, and it's been a big concern of ours. The blue light that's emitted from the screens is a big deal. We don't have all of the facts in yet, and research will go on for years, but it's scary because if it does damage for children this young who are spending so much time in front of a screen, we don't know what's going to happen later. So they really need to get protected lenses.
I know you're saying that the research still has to be done, so anything you tell me now won't be necessarily something to hold your feet to the fire over, but what are some of the concerns that are potential with that screen time?
They don't actually have everything yet. They see a huge amount of fatigue, particularly in children who need a correction. And, parents don't always notice that their kids need a correction. So that, it just adds on and adds on and adds on. So we don't know.
Okay, so you say it's important to have a certain kind of lens. What are you talking about?
It's just a standard lens that they put a coating on, and it does block out the blue light that we're getting from these screens. Like iPhones even, and iPads and Kindles and everything that we use. And it particularly in the evening, if a child is using it, well, even adults, we don't sleep well at night because we've had all of that stimulation. So there are settings on most iPads and iPhones now that you can change the lighting at night to help you get a restful sleep. But I don't know that everybody knows to do that. So the lenses are helpful.
Okay, so what do you do, Cindy, if you have a child whose vision is otherwise fine and they wouldn't need glasses? Do you just get a pair that has that protective blue light, but it's not correctable?
Yes. We've got a 2-year-old granddaughter that she spends probably too much time on an iPad, but she likes to watch her stories and she plays her games. And we've got blue light glasses for her. They weren't expensive. And we're protecting her. We don't know all the answers, but we're going to make sure ahead of time.
Okay, so I know that you realize that a lot of families have been impacted financially since March with COVID. So you're offering a really nice back-to-school sale, as I understand it.
We do. We offer half price for students, and that's not just for kids. It's also for adults. We've had some UTC students come in this week to take advantage of the half price sale.
Well, and the teachers, we're talking about this screen time. Man, oh man, had the teachers out there had to learn how to improvise, and so many of them are going to be assigned virtual learning, which is very different from being in that classroom. They might need eyewear this year too.
They do, absolutely. My sister-in-law just got hers. She's a teacher in Delaware, and she's taking care of her vision. Just got to make sure everything's good. Okay,
so you were talking about back again to the fatigue that can happen for anybody of any age if they have too much screen time. What are some signs that you can kind of look for kids to know if they're struggling with their vision?
If they're struggling with their vision, that's hard to tell. Most parents notice it before anybody else does. The teachers notice too. If they're getting too close to the TV, if they're getting too close to the screen. I would say if they're cranky in the evening, but that pretty much covers all of us right now. It's so hot, so that's not really it. But if you see that they are spending too much time, if they're getting too close, that's usually a very good sign that they need to go get checked.
Okay, so some people watching may have children who are just 7 or 8 years old. You mentioned your 2-year-old granddaughter. At what age do you typically need to get an eye exam beyond what they'll do at the pediatrician's office, where they'll have you stand in the hallway and read the chart?
Well, the pediatrician has a scope that they look into the eye and they see the reflection of light on there. So they usually can tell them if the child needs to go see a pediatric ophthalmologist. The doctors here start testing around 5 years old, kindergarten, where they know their letters and their shapes enough that they can do the chart. Younger than that, and vision problems do start very young for a lot of children. If the parents notice a little eye that's turning in a little bit or going out a little bit, don't wait. Go ahead and get the child to the pediatrician, get the referral to the ophthalmologist. If it needs to be corrected, it needs to be done early.
Okay, and talk a little bit about your stores, because you do have so many around the viewing area. Are you asking for people to make appointments now and not just walk in? Are they still able to do that?
I wish we could take walk-ins, but we can't. We're booked out usually about a week in advance because everybody's trying to get in at once. Now that they finally are able to get out of the house and able to get things done. So we do need people to call, and I think that's every optical that I've heard of. People are telling me they're waiting a month or so to get an appointment. Ours is not that bad because we've got so many, but yeah, we need you to call.
Okay, so let me give people just one central number that they can call. Also, they're always welcome to go online to eyearoptical.com. But as you can see, locations all around the viewing area. So just go on the website, find the one closest to you, give them a call, and get that appointment made. Cindy, thank you so much for your time this morning.
Thank you. I appreciate you having us on.
We're back after this.
Show us your mug, and you could win one of our mugs, plus a delicious ice cream cake from Dairy Queen. Just email your photo to showusyourmug@WRCB.TV.